F.G. Longatt. Creating the Future Now.
Okay, hello everyone and welcome back to your YouTube channel and welcome to this very interesting but very short video. This video is very informative and very short and especially dedicated to my bachelor and master students that they are using DIgSILENT PowerFactory for the first time and they need to make changes on the way that the synchronous machine is modeled. So this very short video is dedicated to them. So in front of you, you have this amazing, simple system that is called the Single Machine Infinity Bus Bar. Here on the left-hand side, you can see that there is a synchronous machine, and we want to change the dynamic model that is used inside PowerFactory to represent the dynamic behavior of this machine. So the first step, remember always you need to change the graphical freeze mode. And that is the reason that we need to go here to the top left. And there is an icon over here that is like a small lock. So we open the lock and now you can see that you have in front of you the edit mode. You are able to edit. You are able to add more network elements inside this single line diagram, this graphical object representing the single line diagram. So what I will do is something very simple. The first step is double click here on the top of this synchronous machine. And now you have in front of you the window where we used to put the data for the element synchronous machine. However, if we are looking to change the dynamic model, well, the place for that is basically inside the type. So for that reason, here at the top, center top, there is an option that say type. I will press here, edit, and you can see that now we have in front of you, this, and this is the type of the synchronous machine. So next step, we will go here on the left-hand side in this panel. I will select Simulation RMS. And the first option here at the top center, you can see that is the model. We have been using in classes the very simple, the most simple model to describe the dynamic of the machine, and that is the classical model. The classical model is basically, as I explained in classes, is the constant voltage behind the impedance. So we have been using this one for quite a while. You can see that over here, that is the location for the rotational inertia data. You can change the way that you are inserting the data of the rotational inertia. You can use acceleration time constant, or you can use moment of inertia, and so on. However, today what we want to show you is that inside DIgSILENT PowerFactory, they are different, they are very different type of models to represent the dynamic performance. PowerFactory by default use this, and that is the standard model. The standard model is what we call inside the IEEE standard, the model 2.2. The two numbers over there, what they are representing is the number of windings in the D and Q axis. So for instance, in this case, you can see that the model 2.2 that PowerFactory called the standard has two windings at the D axis, one for the field, of course, and one for one damping winding on the D axis. Also, this machine has two damper windings in the Q axis, okay? So if you want to use this model, what you need to do is press OK and job done. However, I would like to show you, there are two more models over here. So let's go to the model 3.3. Probably is the most detailed model that you can find inside PowerFactory. Is quite used for AMT simulation, for instantaneous value simulation, for waveform simulation. This is the model that is called in the standard the 3.3. There is a field winding and 2 damper windings on the D-axis, and also there are 3 damper windings in the Q-axis, okay? So if you want to use this model for your simulations, of course, you can select here, and there are other, but the job of this video, the task in this video, is just show you where to change the dynamic model, okay? I will put back the classical model like this, and I will press OK, and now I will press OK and job done. So again, this has been a very short video. In this video, what I try to show you is basically the place, the location of the dynamic model for the synchronous machine. So we were able to show you that there are different type of models. You can get full information about those models, all the equations, all the parameters, if you go to the technical reference inside PowerFactory, okay? So this is a very short video, and we are almost reaching the end. I hope this video is quite useful for you. I hope that you find the information in this video clear and useful. If that is the case, please feel free to put a comment in this video. That will help me a lot. But also, if you like the video, please put the thumbs up at the video. I mean, a like to the video. And also, if you believe that this video and the whole series of videos inside the channel are interesting for you, so feel free to subscribe to the channel. So this is the end of this very short video. I hope you enjoy, and I will see you in the next one. And it's time for the very classical ball.